It is likely that unless you have eaten sushi in Japan, you have never tasted genuine wasabi. The green paste typically served alongside sushi is often a mixture of horseradish, mustard, and food coloring. To put it plainly, consumers are frequently misled by this ubiquitous substitute. Oh, I said it, and I'll say it again. You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok. From humble street food to royal feasts, the journey of your favorite meals is more incredible than you know. This is the history of the dish. Welcome back to History of the Dish. Today we're exploring something you've likely tasted but may not truly know: wasabi. You've seen that bright green paste beside your sushi, maybe felt your nose burn once or twice and thought, that's the spicy Japanese horseradish, right? Well, not exactly. What if I told you that most of what we call wasabi isn't real wasabi at all? Today we'll uncover what wasabi really is, why it's so rare, how it's made, and why the version you've tried might be an imposter. Let's get into it. True wasabi comes from the Wasabia japonica plant, a leafy green native to Japan. It belongs to the same family as mustard, cabbage, and horseradish, the Brassicaceae family. But we don't eat the leaves. The prized part is the rhizome, a thick, knobby stem that grows partially underground. When freshly grated, the rhizome turns into a pale green paste with a uniquely clean, sharp heat. Unlike the lingering burn of chili peppers, wasabi delivers a quick, refreshing punch that hits your nose and fades within seconds. Almost like a flash of minty fire, that signature heat comes from a chemical reaction. Grating wasabi breaks down natural compounds called glucosinolates, releasing molecules known as isothiocyanates. These create the nasal spiciness, but they're also incredibly volatile. Within about 15 minutes, freshly grated wasabi loses most of its potency. That's why in Japan, chefs grate it fresh for each serving. Here's the surprising part. If you've had wasabi at a sushi restaurant outside Japan, you've likely never tasted the real thing. What usually passes for wasabi is a mix of horseradish, mustard powder, and green food coloring. In fact, about 95% of restaurants serve this imitation, because genuine wasabi is exceptionally rare and expensive. While horseradish and wasabi share similar spicy compounds, real wasabi has a more complex vegetal freshness. It's less harsh and more balanced. The imitation tends to deliver a stronger, longer-lasting, mustard-like burn. So why the substitution? The answer lies in cost and cultivation. Real wasabi is notoriously difficult to grow. It requires very specific conditions: cool temperatures, constant flowing spring water, and shaded areas, often in mountainous regions. Only a handful of farms worldwide can grow it successfully. Wasabi is one of the most finicky plants on Earth. It dislikes direct sunlight, extreme temperatures, and stagnant water. It thrives instead in a consistent flow of fresh, cold mountain water with mild year-round weather. Traditional farms called wasabita are often built in terraced riverbeds to maintain perfect water movement. From planting to harvest, it takes about 18 months to 2 years, with farmers carefully managing every detail. Even a slight imbalance can ruin the crop. As a result, fresh wasabi can cost up to $200 per kilogram. Compare that to a $5 tube of horseradish paste, and it's easy to see why most restaurants opt for the substitute. In Japan, regions like Shizuoka and Nagano and the Izu Peninsula are famed for high-quality wasabi. Some farms still use traditional methods dating back centuries, with carefully engineered waterways that keep water gently flowing over the plants. When it comes to preparation, chefs don't use blenders or mortars. Instead, they grate wasabi on a special tool called an oroshigane, traditionally made with shark skin. Its fine, abrasive surface creates a smooth, creamy paste. And since the flavor fades fast, it's served immediately, often grated right at the table in high-end sushi bars. Beyond its heat, wasabi plays another role. It enhances the umami of fish and helps neutralize odors. This made it a practical companion to sushi centuries ago, serving both taste and preservation. Today, wasabi comes in many forms: fresh rhizomes, powder, paste tubes, and even wasabi-flavored snacks. But not all contain real wasabi. Fresh rhizomes are the real deal, but rare and perishable. Powdered versions sometimes blend a little real wasabi with horseradish, while tube pastes often contain less than 10% real wasabi, if any. Even the leaves and stems can be used, usually pickled or as a garnish, offering a milder version of that distinct aroma. Scientifically, wasabi's heat is different from chili pepper burn. Chilies contain capsaicin, which lingers on the tongue. Wasabi's key compound, allyl isothiocyanate, vaporizes quickly, targeting your nasal passages and sinuses for a sharp, sudden sensation that disappears just as fast. So the next time you dip sushi into that green paste, ask yourself, is it the real thing or a horseradish disguise? Real wasabi is more than a condiment. It's a product of precision, patience, and respect for nature. From its fragile growing conditions to its fleeting flavor, it reminds us that some of the simplest things are also the hardest to perfect. Thank you for joining us. We have links in the description on where you can get the real wasabi. If you have suggestions for our next topic, share them in the comments. We'll be sure to acknowledge your idea. If you enjoyed this, please explore our other channels. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the history of the dish.